So today we are going to cook the infamous TikTok feta pasta with a few alterations. Start with my glass Pyrex casserole dish, and I add cherry tomatoes to the Pyrex dish. Now we move on to our spices. We have basil, oregano, thyme, some Mediterranean herbs, some Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and extra virgin Italian olive oil. Okay, so now we take our olive oil and we drizzle it over top of our tomatoes, and we want to make sure that we have about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. We want a good amount to coat our cherry tomatoes. Okay, so now we start to add our spices one by one, all that were showcased previously. The basil, the oregano, the thyme, the salt and pepper, the Mediterranean herbs. And you just season at your discretion. Now that we have all of our spices, we're going to give everything a nice little toss so that we can coat our tomatoes with the olive oil and all of our seasoning and herbs that we have added. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could smell it. This smells so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're going to get down to the fun part. So this is feta cheese that I purchased from Costco, and I cut it in half. So now we take our block of feta that was cut in half from the original size, and we place it right in the center. And now it's time to give everything another slight little toss. And now we're going to flip it over to make sure that both sides get some of that olive oil and that herb mixture. By the way, that is Shay serenading so lovely in the background. Okay, so now we make sure that we situate our feta right square in the middle of our tomatoes. Now we move on to our baby spinach. So we just go ahead and add this right on top of our tomatoes and feta, and we give everything a nice another nice good toss. So, you know, we swirl everything around, trying to make sure that we give everything a nice coating of the olive oil and of our herbs and spices. Now here comes the magic. So we set our oven at 400 degrees and we're going to set the timer for 35 minutes. So now we move on to our protein. So we have lobster and we have shrimp, and we are seasoning with our dash of Daisy garlicky herb seasoning. You can't have seafood without garlicky herb dash of Daisy. You just can't. So we're giving everything a nice coating of this marvelous seasoning. And again, this garlicky herb is from Dash of Daisy. Y'all, please go hit her up. You won't be disappointed. All right, so everything is now well seasoned. We move to the smoker. We have our lobster laid down on the smoker. We have our shrimp on skewers. And we're just going to give everything a few minutes to cook. And then we're going to baste everything with a garlic herb butter. So we'll take that garlic herb butter that I melted down and we'll brush it right on. Okay, so now it's time to cook our pasta. So we are going to use thin spaghetti. And we have a pot of boiling water with olive oil and salt. Okay, so we now have our lobster and shrimp from off of the smoker, and everything is smoked and basted to absolute perfection. Do you guys see that garlic herb butter just glistening off of the lobster and the shrimp? Oh my absolute goodness, this is going to be so good with our feta pasta. Oh my god, do you see that? You can see the smoke infused in the lobster and the shrimp. Oh my gosh, it is as good as it looks, I promise. Whew, cha. Okay, so now our feta is out of the oven and we are going to mash it up. Mash up that feta in the middle so that it makes it much easier for us to begin to toss the tomatoes and the spinach and the pasta all together. Okay, so now we get to tossing, and we're tossing the feta and the tomatoes and the spinach together. And look guys, do you see that liquid that was produced from our veggies and our oil? that we put in there before we put it in the oven, this is going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, everything is blended well. We now get our pasta. So we put our pasta right on top and I start to blending. This is the final product after much blending. Time to plate. So we lay our pasta down and then we lay our lobster and shrimp right on top of it. Guys, this dish is as good as it looks. So now we have concluded the infamous TikTok feta pasta. I urge you guys to please go follow me on YouTube at the Puddin' Lady CPMA. And I thank you for watching and tuning in to all of my videos. Please, while you are over at YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like these videos. Don't forget to share them to your friends and to your family. And as always, I hope you guys enjoy cooking. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.